The Sheldonian Theatre is where ceremonies such as matriculation and graduation and important meetings of congregation, the University of Oxford's Parliament, take place. Imagine the excitement on graduation day when the room is full of students in their gowns and their parents and friends in attendance. It was opened in 1669, and its name derives from the fact that it was paid for by Gilbert Sheldon, Archbishop of Canterbury and Chancellor of the University of Oxford. You can see his crest and a Latin inscription on the front of the building. The architect was a youthful Sir Christopher Wren, Professor of Astronomy at Oxford, and this was one of his first architectural commissions. He designed it on the model of a D-shaped Roman theatre. Roman theatres were open to the sky, but Wren decided that it would be impractical in Oxford to build it without a roof. In fact, the original roof boasted oval windows all around and a smaller cupola than the one you see today. And the most remarkable thing about it was that Wren designed a truss which spanned the entire 70 foot between the walls without any columns holding up the roof. Unexpectedly, the front of the building is not seen from the street, but is opposite a door into the Divinity School. The door was built by Wren immediately opposite the Sheldonian entrance to enable students to come out of the 15th century Divinity School, where they would put on their robes, and into the theatre. You can see the Greek New Testament above the Divinity School door, open at "He sat among the doctors," a reference to the ceremonies. This is the back of the theatre, with a line of stone heads in front of it. They're another feature connected with Roman theatres, herms, messengers of the gods. In fact, this is the third set of heads, as the first two sets of heads were destroyed by time and the weather. These date only from the 1980s, and Michael Black, the sculptor, said they were a history of beards. The theatre was built during the reign of Charles II. This period in British history was known as the Restoration of the Monarchy, after the period following Oliver Cromwell, when the son of the executed Charles I was restored to the throne. These historical events were a key influence on Christopher Wren and inspired the commission of the ceiling painting by Robert Streeter, the Royal Sergeant Painter. The painting is entitled "Truth Descending on the Arts and Sciences." You can see truth in the centre, the cherub on the cloud, descending from the sky. Can you see music or geometry? At the bottom, above the organ, you can see the expulsion of ignorance, an ugly man with snake hair. However, the painting can also be interpreted as a political allegory, showing the expulsion of the parliamentarians and the restoration of the monarchy. So, what goes on in the theatre? The Vice-Chancellor officiates, and this is her throne. You can also see a proctor's rostrum. The fasces, bundle of rods, indicates power. This is where the students matriculate, i.e. they're put on the university's roll at the beginning of their studies. At the start of their first term, they come to this ceremony in sub-fusc, the black and white uniform of the university. This is also where graduation takes place at the end of their studies, when they don their graduate gowns. The gown most commonly worn is the BA gown. It is black with a white fur hood. It's also where the honorary degree ceremony, Insignia, is held after participants have eaten Lord Crewe's benefaction, peaches, strawberries and champagne. Brush up your Latin though, because that is the language of the university ceremonies. After the solemn ceremony, this is where students celebrate with family and friends and toss their mortarboards in the air under the Bridge of Sighs.